Hi, I am walking around like always every morning and I need to get some things done. First of all, I gotta fertilize and I have plenty to fertilize both the food and the flowers, but I have two issues also, and one is the bunny. That bunny is not scared of me at all. I was around walking in the garden every day that I do that. She comes right next to me and just stands next to me while she's eating and looks at me like, what's that? So I don't know what to do, so I need to get more garbage cans like I got at the Dollar Tree, and I showed you that video. I'll link it below, but they work so good. And my friend Jeannie told my mom what to do because my plants are too high, so I'm gonna be doing that. And I have also, after I gotta get some petunias too for my baskets. The basket, I never switched the pansies, so I need to get that done. So let's go shopping and then get back here and get to work because I gotta get plenty to do. This week I do have a lot to do. So let's get those few things together. I think I'm gonna have to get changed. It's chilly this morning. This weather is crazy. I'm ready for warm weather to stay here so my plants are not so traumatized because the dahlias don't know it to bloom or just to hang out. It doesn't stay warm long enough, and that's really affecting everything. The food, the flowers, everything. So I'm gonna put a sweater on. I cannot believe I'm saying that. It's like the end of July. This is crazy. I don't know. Okay, let's go shopping. I was so happy to see that they had the baskets because the last time I took all the white ones, they didn't have any more. They have a black one and a white one, and they worked really well. If you have bunny issues, they will cover your plant just fine. They did go up to $150. They were $125 when I filmed the dollar store video. That really made me a little sad, but I don't know why it had the red dots. I was totally confused why some items had the red dots, and I don't know. I didn't know what the heck was going on, but I did see, I got a few, and then when I was getting a few of them to take with me, because I don't need too many more, I saw this other basket, and I mean, the holes are too big, but I thought it was so pretty. Let me get that one. And look how cute this is. I mean, the bunny would eat right through that, but I did think it looked really pretty for another type of craft, garden craft. So these are totally worth it compared to Amazon. They're so much cheaper. So, okay, I went ahead and took those, and then I was curious to know what was going on in the garden section. And unfortunately, not a lot. They took everything down because summer, we're at the end of summer. And they did have the pots that I got, those green ones you can see. But they have some new ones that I saw on the back. These had a texture on them that was really pretty. I like that a lot. But when I took one out, they're shiny, and I hated that. I don't like the shiny finish. That's why I like the other one. This other one is also shiny. So I stick to these. These are really pretty. And you can see they have a bunch of different colors. They have the terracotta, and then they have a coral one and a blue one. Really nice. I think they're a good size if you want to grow some herbs or a little flower. I liked it. And you can see they have a beige, kind of grayish beige one. This one didn't have a bottom, but they do bring the bottom. Yeah, those are totally worth it. I really did like them. And I would probably get more next year. I saw these gloves. They were only $1.25. They were so nice. I almost got them, but I was like, nah, I don't think I'm going to get them because they were a little just thin. I think I would, yeah, they're definitely, the price matches the quality. So they wouldn't last very long if you got one. You won't believe where I'm at today. Look at this basket. These are some of them. These are the smaller ones, but look how beautiful. They have these little baskets. Oh, they're stunning. The mixture of the different flowers are, I love these. I wish you could get a sense how big these are. They have some that have mixed flowers. So pretty. I love this white one. Just the verbena and the white petunias on it. It's so dreamy for a more formal garden. Because I don't want anything that's too much of a big bowl like this. But these are absolutely, look at this coral color scheme.
Free flowing, sailing with the wind, not knowing how this story ends. Kind and brave, I know you'll find a way.
So we got 2 baskets and I'm gonna place them in the house and show you how they look. So pretty. I would have spent just as much money getting a bunch of petunias to get in my baskets.
Free.
There it is. I love the basket. It's beautiful. I'm gonna show it to you, and I cannot believe this, but the person that works there, it was incredible. He's such a sweet person. There's 3 partners at this place and they're all 3 retired, and they're just doing this because they just love it. I cannot believe the amount of stuff that he shared with me. He shared his trade secrets. Like, it's not a secret. He tells everybody what he does to get them to look so beautiful. I cannot believe he actually says how he does it, and I'm gonna do exactly what he does because now I get why they grow so beautiful. He actually is the one who provides the baskets for downtown here, and I always seen the baskets. I'm like, how do they keep those baskets so big? Because they're just huge. Yeah, this is what he does. I'll share it with you, but let me show you the baskets that I ended up hanging. I didn't show you hanging it because they are so heavy. I have no idea how I got them up, but I'm gonna show you how beautiful they are. Look how beautiful this is. I am in love. Look at, I love that they mixed this petunia has the white edge against like the more plain smaller one. It just balances really well, and I love this yellow petunia. It's like a butter color because it goes really well with this tree, this whipping tree that I have here. It just, the 2 of them look really good together. And this has to be the cashmere verbena. This is so beautiful. I think it's probably my #1 verbena. I probably will grow this and no other verbena next year. It's just stunning, so pretty. So there's not a lot of flowers on this, but I think it's enough flowers to give this basket so much life, and it's supposed to grow all the way down. He said like 3-4 feet tall, so I put it pretty high up so that it fits really nicely when it grows. And I think I'm gonna have to move this basket because this is a tall trellis, like this metal trellis I showed you before, but you can even see it here and doesn't get any light, any sun because of this basket. So I think I'm gonna place it where the clematis. It's so pretty, so I'm gonna move it. And then this one that was not doing well, I'm gonna take the wire off and I'm probably gonna put it here. So I gotta work on that. So I'm trying to water every day and get it to come back. But yeah, it's stunning. So I'll show you the one I have on the front, the one that we got for the front, which I thought wasn't gonna look good. The colors may not be with what I have on the front. It actually works really well. Let's go look at that one. And here's the basket that I got for the front. Look how pretty. Even though it's orange, I thought it wouldn't go, but it has an orange petunia, like a brighter one, a kind of reddish one, and then the verbena has this kind of coral color. So the whole scheme is kind of a coral scheme. You can see the verbena here, you can see it a little better. So I do like it because as I started looking at the flowers, the rose here, this one is the margarita from David Austin, and it's kind of a coral one, so it really does go well with the scheme up here with the grass. It's kind of a red grass, and that's kind of a coral petunia, so it works well with all the colors that I have going on. So I'm super happy. And right in front of the house I have all these flowers that have that reddish sort of color. You can see it better here. This is celosia, it's like a coral one, and this sunflower. So I think it does go nicely. So I'm happy she ended up falling in love with it. Okay, so this is what he said he does. He uses Super Bloom, and I don't know if he uses this brand specifically. He may use a different brand, so I don't think it matters which one you use. And he takes a gallon of water, and the other thing he does this every week when he waters, a full gallon. So he waters the basket twice a day if it's really warm, no Super Bloom. And then once a week he adds to 1 gallon the Super Blooms, which he does 1 tablespoon to a gallon of water. So it depends how warm it is. So if it's super warm where you're at, you water twice a day, and be sure that you water a full gallon of water to your plants. And then pick a day of the week and just add the Super Bloom liquid. So what he does too, which I had no idea, this may be what makes a big difference. He uses Epsom salt, and every 2 weeks then he adds a tablespoon of Epsom salt. So he does 1 tablespoon of Super Bloom, and then he does a tablespoon of Epsom salt. And I was trying to find out why does it work. So he was saying, oh, it helps with the absorption of nutrients, but I think from what I'm doing research, I am not an expert, but obviously like this is liquid, so the basket absorbs that, the plants absorb this a lot faster, and every week, because it's a basket, so it just is, they're always kind of lacking nutrition when you're in a pot or a basket. That's what happens. And then the Epsom salt, for what I understand, that's magnesium and sulfur. So the magnesium helps the green of the plants, so it helps with photosynthesis, which is great. That's why they're so green and beautiful, his plants. And then the sulfur, for what I get, I think is it just helps with the proteins and vitamins of the plant for them to produce this already. So I am not an expert, but that's what I researched and I understand. So I am going to be trying this, and I think I'm excited because I have not figured out how do they keep these plants from growing that big. So I'm gonna do this on all my baskets. He already did the Epsom salt yesterday, so I don't need to do this, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it Super Bloom because he hasn't done this. He does this every Tuesday, so today's the day that he does it. I don't know, we'll see how it works. And I'm gonna use this in all my baskets. I'm gonna do the same process because I wanna see if my baskets get as big as his does and see what happens. So let's go ahead and do it. I'm gonna feed mine right now. Sorry, this is so blurry, but I've dropped the camera way too many times in the garden as I'm gardening. But all he does is he does 1 tablespoon of the Super Bloom, and then he has the same amount of the Epsom salt. I'm not gonna add it this time because he just did it the day before, like I mentioned. So, and then just mix that really well. Make sure you stir it super well because it does go to the bottom. You really never know when you're going to encounter someone that just inspires you so much to the possibilities of what you can do in your garden, and sometimes what it takes to get it to be so beautiful. Please continue to garden. Remember, always for your mind, body, and soul.